traders, it's James with Take Profit Trader, and today we're going to talk about how to handle volatility and how we need to adjust our plan. So guys, first thing we need to know about trading volatility is most traders, especially retail traders like you and I, think that they want high volatility because the markets move far and then you can make a lot of money. The reality is that high volatility markets are very, very difficult to trade. It's much easier to trade a boring, slow grind up or grind down or sideways market than it is these crazy markets here. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to just minimize a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to bring up just a simple 15-minute chart, okay, from today. Let me get rid of, VWAP. Let me get rid of the volume profile. Let me get rid of, average daily ranges stuff. And so you're looking at a 15-minute chart, and you can see from, I'm looking at the electronic trading hours here, 4 o'clock in the morning to the low. You see 42.14 to about 44.23. I can use this little tool here and show you that just like in the last, I don't know what this is, 8 hours, 12 hours, the market, has swung 211 points. Now, most traders come in and they try to trade the same way no matter what the market is, and we see it all the time. We see a trader come in and trade with a 10-point stop. Now, a 10-point stop in a market like this is so small that it's almost, it's just basically like playing the lottery. You've got no chance in a market that's swinging 200 points in the course of 8 to 10 hours if you're trading with 5 to 10-point stops. However, there may be a time to trade with 5 or 10-point stops, maybe like in the middle of the summer or something like that, where the market is really slow and the ranges are really tight. So one surefire way to see how wide the range is just to change whatever charting platform you use. We use Ninja Trader. You can use this. I'm using this TradingView just because it's easy to do it on the video. And throw an indicator like average daily range on your chart. So I'm going to type in, let's see, ADR. Average daily range here. This is just a random. No, that's not the right one I want. Let's do ATR. Average true range. Okay. So if I have the daily bar up here, this is telling me how far on average one day swings. And right now it's 88 points. You can see how it's ticking up right now because this is giving me an average over the last 14 days. Okay. So the last 14-day average is 88 points. So when you're looking at something that's dynamic like average true range, or some people use average daily range, what it'll do for you is it'll allow you to see how far on average the market is swinging so that you can adjust your stops and your targets accordingly. In a market like this, what we see successful traders do is they decrease their size, and I can write this here, decrease their size, and widen stops and targets. Okay, now this will probably be foreign to a lot of people because they say, oh my God, he's telling me to widen my stops. I'm just telling you to widen your stops to get out of the noise of the market. If you're trading with a 10-point stop in a market that's just swinging 150 to 200 points, you're just always getting wiped out in the back and forth nature of the market. And you can see again, if I change this back to a 15-minute, you can see that even today, even in the middle of the day, the market, got down to almost 42.14 and just up to 43.30. So it's 115 points in the course of 2 hours. So you can see that how even intraday the market can swing pretty far in both directions. That's why you want to use something like average true range or average daily range, so that you can get a feel about how wide your stops need to be. Now, a good rule that I use is about 1/4 of the range. And again, this is not any 1/4 of the range. I don't want to be inside 1/4 of the range. So let's say the market is moving 200 points on average. So right now it's 88 points. Okay, you saw that from the last chart I had up. Now 1/4 of that, what would be that? 22 points. So I don't want to have my stops any less than 22 points because I feel like anything under 1/4 of the range is you're just going to be stuck in the noise. So then I'm moving backwards here. I find out how wide the range usually is. I make sure that I'm not inside 1/4 of the range, having my stops inside that 1/4 mark. And then I try to figure out my size according to that. Okay, how much do I want to lose? If I want to lose $500 in a day maximum, and I say I can't be less than 22 points, I start to do the math to figure out how many contracts or shares, depending on what you're trading, how much I can trade so that I don't lose more than my allotment for the day. We see successful traders do this. We see unsuccessful traders trade the same way no matter what the market dynamic is. Remember, markets are dynamic. You need to trade accordingly. You can't trade the market the same because the markets are always different. One day might be a range, the next day might be this big wide range, the day after that might be a trend. You need to adjust accordingly, and you can't always trade the same. The markets are dynamic, and we need to treat them as such. So I hope that's helpful for your trading. It's something that we see every day traders struggle with. When the volatility comes up, they just get crushed because they're trying to trade the same way they did in a market that is a very tight range, for instance, as opposed to swinging 88 points. Okay? If you guys have any questions, as always, let us know.